Wealth tax, we're flying past that.
Wow, are we really flying?
To the East Coast.
This is incredible.
What's up, guys? Spenny. Communism and socialism is really fun and really exciting until you have to pay for it, until it's you giving up your mansion in Beverly Hills, you giving up your cars and vehicles to the mob, you having your family threatened by the revolt, unless it's you having to give your land back, Billie Eilish, to the Indian tribe whose remains you bulldozed in order to get your mansion and your estate, in-ground pool, and a hot tub. Yeah, until you have to start paying taxes for Mondami's dream. Man, libs are pissed in New York over this. And now California is losing Steven Spielberg. Now, Steven Spielberg is a big-time lefty. He's a huge left-wing advocate. He often campaigns with Democrat for president. He hosts glitzy fundraisers. Steven Spielberg's a straight-up billionaire. Steven Spielberg's made so much money in the movies and in the Hollywood industry business. He was there in the golden era. Now with AI, it's like there's never going to be another Spielberg. Or Spielberg will literally be made of AI. But nonetheless, he got it while the getting was good. Jaws, E.T., Jurassic Park. Come on, who doesn't love all of those movies? Steven Spielberg, obviously just one of the American legends, in spite of the fact that he is a filthy communist who has decided that there's been too much communism in California for him. Isn't this amazing? Steven Spielberg flees California as wealth tax push spurs political battle. Democrats, the director's move to New York coincides with a proposed 5% wealth tax on all billionaires through Representative City's family. Oh man, one of the most acclaimed and successful American film directors in history has fled California. Steven Spielberg and his wife, Kate, officially became New York residents on January 1st, according to a report from the Los Angeles Times. The couple relocated to the San Remo Co-op on Central Park West in Manhattan, previously housed celebrities including Bono, Mick Jagger, Warren Beatty, and Tiger Woods. On the same day Spielberg reportedly established residency, his production company Amblin Entertainment opened an office in New York City, marking a notable transition away from Hollywood. Spielberg has owned homes in both the East and West Coasts since at least the 1990s. Speculation around the timing of the move can be linked to the proposed one-time 5%. One-time. Isn't that amazing how that works? The entire income tax was supposed to be a one-time thing. Go back and look at the original propaganda for the income tax at the turn of the century here in America. It was supposed to just be a one-time thing for really rich people. Yeah, how'd that work out? How do you like paying 50%? 50% of every dollar you make, every dollar I make, goes straight to Somali fraudsters. It's enraging. Blood boiling. Anyway, California residents worth $1 billion or more, a 5% wealth tax. While it's not yet qualified for the November ballot, the proposal, backed by Service Employees International Union, because of course, United Healthcare Workers, would take effect in 2027. Taxpayers would spread payments over 5 years, additional costs, according to the legislative analyst. Like, okay, if you're a billionaire, then you probably already have different homes. You probably already have multiple homes. You have the capacity to get up and go and move and go anywhere that you want to go. Like, you're a billionaire. Like, in what universe does California think that they're going to stay there and not move to Florida? And we saw this just this week. We saw Mark Zuckerberg move to Florida. Jeff Bezos moved to Florida. Multiple billionaires moved to Florida. Palantir, I think, moved their headquarters to Florida. And there's a ton of companies that moved to Florida, and all of them, virtually all of them, fleeing California. If the measure is approved by voters, anybody who was in California, a California resident, on the 1st of January 2026 would owe the tax, according to the proposal. Whew. Spielberg's representative said there's no connection. Okay. Steven's move to the East Coast is both long planned and driven purely by his and Kate's desire to be closer to their New York-based children and grandchildren. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. That's right. Yeah, it has nothing to do with the fact that they literally did it on the same day, the last day that he would have been that the billionaire tax would have hit Steven Spielberg. That's the day they moved. Got it. I'm sure it's just cool when you think. Anyway, here we go. Mark Zuckerberg dropped $150 million for a Miami mansion. The Google founders have moved there to Miami, right? Jeff Bezos, Tom Brady, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump, billionaire Bunker is the enclave where a lot of them live. Even Jeffrey Epstein's bestie and butt buddy, Reid Hoffman, LinkedIn co-founder and major Democratic donor, has taken aim at the billionaire tax proposal, slamming it as a horrendous idea that could drive tech founders out of the state. Wow. So it's too grimy for even bag of filth Reid Hoffman. Okay. The California proposed wealth tax, badly designed, so many ways, simple social post cannot cover all of the massive flaws, he says. Well, speaking of somebody who not really great at picking out massive flaws in people. Reid Hoffman, who flew on Jeffrey Epstein's jet like so many times, went to the island so many times, and of course was doing all of this after Jeffrey Epstein pled guilty to being a predator and pederast. Got it. California is on a path to destruction. Hollywood is already toast, and now the most productive entrepreneurs will be leaving their tax revenues and job creation elsewhere. And the Democrats highlight California Governor Newsom as their 2028 star. This is your hopes. Your hopes will be bringing this to nationalize this. Hollywood legend ditches California ahead of wealth tax. Mark Zuckerberg, the Google co-founders, Larry Ellison, Peter Thiel, combined wealth fleeing California, trillions and trillions of dollars. Whoa. Of course, the record U-Haul rates and so on. Gavin Newsom's reign of terror. California has lost more residents than any other state domestically for 6 straight years. Highest income tax in all of America. The top 1% already pay 40% of California's tax revenue. Now they want 5% on top of that. Newsom turned the Golden State into a golden prison. Oof. He taxed the middle class into poverty. Now he's chasing away the billionaires who fund 40% of the budget. What happens next? Total and complete collapse. That's what happens next. Latest billionaire to flee California. Man, dude, this is crazy. Crazy. Were you too left wing for Zuckerberg? Too left wing for Spielberg? They all move into a red state of Florida. Man. Now that they've completely destroyed it, they flee. Goodness gracious. $500 billion of net worth, trillions of dollars of net worth. Over $500 billion has left the economy of California. And they're all buying in Florida, where they know they'll be left alone, which is what everybody wants in America. I guess he doesn't like living under the policies he voted for. That's exactly right. Why do people keep voting Democrat? Moving to LA, to New York City is not an upgrade. That's right. I'm not sure you're safe in New York City. The move to Florida, probably imminent for Steven Spielberg. Why do they think this was going to happen? Democrats can't run states. They only run welfare states. California needs a Republican in charge ASAP. And the polling looks like California will get a Republican. It looks like the top 2 spots will be Republicans. They'll have no choice but to elect a Republican governor. It's going to be amazing if that happens. If even Spielberg leaves, it's not a personal choice. This is a flashing warning sign. Pretending California is fine is a fantasy. How does moving to Manhattan help him? They're coming for him next. Well, that's exactly right. At least it gets him out by the deadline. Even Spielberg's out. Great job, new scum. You played yourself. Spielberg's out. They're all libs until the bill comes due. That's exactly right. Gavin's sugar daddy is giving him bad advice. Got to hand it to Gavin Newsom for accomplishing one of the biggest cell phones in history. Mr. Hollywood gets the state he always wanted and then immediately flees. That's right. They all want it. They all say they want communism. They all say they want socialism until somebody has to pay the bill. Oh no. And guess who that's going to be? Oh, not these rich people, because they're out. All right, they're out. They're out to Florida, to my state. So welcome here and change your voter registration immediately. Actually, we don't want you. Actually, whatever. Just keep the red state red. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.